How many packs do you think you opened up?
Thousands.
Look at that. Did you pull that one?
Just a couple weeks ago.
No
this was
way.
the last big card we pulled.
Pokemon nerds are probably freaking out. Like, this is insane. I think every one of these cards is probably a top 5 card in the stat. So I have the opportunity to buy a childhood collection of Pokemon cards that actually just walked through the door. We have Brandon here, and this is actually Brandon's kind of father-daughter collection. So she's getting out of it, and you're like, might as well sell? Is that where we've landed?
I think we're moving on.
Okay, cool. Well, if you don't mind, I want to start here with the sealed. And we're just going to kind of work this thing out as we go here. Brandon kind of has an asking price that we talked about. And basically, I'm going to review and see if that makes sense or if we need to go a little lower or higher even, and we'll go from there. So this, explain to me what you did here, because there's not Crown Zenith packs in there.
No, we started saving some pack arts, and we had this box already. And we had a game room, so we just used it to display. So you got some like a Chilling Rain pack art, Vivid Voltage pack arts, and an Astral Radiance set there.
So everything else here is actually still sealed, but after this, actually I think probably the biggest part of the collection is the loose cards.
Definitely.
Yeah, so there's some really big cards I was seeing on your collector app. I'll be looking at condition and kind of seeing how things still look to this day, and we'll kind of go from there.
Sure.
Now this box here has this pretty recent box, Destined Rivals, Mega Evolutions. I think this still goes for like 45 bucks, which is a great value for 8 packs.
Definitely. It's got the Destined Rivals in the back, which that was a set I really liked.
Oh yeah, I like that one too. It's fun, especially with the Mewtwo you can pull and everything. So that's cool. Mega Latias EX box. Nice little, same kind of deal. Destined Rivals and Mega Evolutions. 5 poster collections. This is probably my favorite Scarlet Violet set. How do you feel about Prismatic Evolutions?
I definitely like it. Pull rates are tough though.
Pull rates are very tough. Yeah, I was just telling you, my daughter just pulled this Umbreon from it, which was pretty hype.
Yeah, I've seen people open hundreds, maybe 1,000 packs and not pull an Evolution, so
yeah,
it's tough.
To get that, I yelled so loud I made my my son cry, my daughter's twin, because I scared him. So I was pretty excited. I was like, it's okay, I'm excited, not mad. But this is, I like this. What do you think about this? The Black Bolt, White Flare sets.
This was probably my favorite set.
Yeah?
I didn't get to open nearly enough of it, but it has illustration rares for all the Pokemon in that generation. So
yeah. I think it's an underrated set. It's not like super highly rated or super expensive or anything.
Blow by kind of fast. Like they had this, and then they went right into Destined Rivals, and then we were into the new generation. So
yeah. Right, it feels like it got overshadowed, even though I think one of the sets has like 40 illustration rares or something.
Yeah.
Like, there's a crazy amount, and they're cool. So yeah, I'm definitely into it, and I love the way the ETB looks with the white flare. I think that's just a nice, clean design. So love seeing that. You also got Phantasmal Flames. What do you think about this set?
It's kind of like the Obsidian Flames of Mega Evolution. I mean, there's a couple big hitters in there, obviously. We'll see one in here.
Yeah, it's all right. It's kind of like, yeah, you're going for the 2 big Charizards. Other than that, there's not too much to offer. Where Destined Rivals has quite a bit more to offer, in my opinion. Some of the illustration rares and things.
Fairly unlucky in this one. We opened a little bit and just could not pull anything.
Yeah. You win some, you lose some, that's for sure. Prismatic Evolutions, that's a cool box. Is that a Sam's Club bundle or something?
Yep.
Okay. Very nice. Tyranitar on the front. That's my favorite Pokemon. Love seeing that. Ooh, that's a Pokemon Center ETB. Nice. Were you able to lock that one down when it first went live, or did you have to get that second hand?
I had a friend that was getting a couple of them, and he was trying to pick me up one when he could. So
well, that's
he
awesome.
was beating the bots once in a while.
There you go. Also got Black Bolt Pokemon Center, which I might not have that yet, so that might be a collection piece for me. Mega Evolution Pokemon Center. So these, for those that don't know, Pokemon Center boxes literally are exclusives to the Pokemon Center website, and they are very hard to get.
Yeah.
They used to be kind of easy back in the day, but
I think a lot of it was botting, and they seem to have that under control better now, so I think people will have more access to them again.
So if you're there at the first minute, you might have a real chance these days, yeah. But still, you got to be there. So, Brandon, how did this Pokemon collection start for you? Did you collect as a child and continue, or was this with your daughter kind of
I did not. It was totally my daughter, and it started through the video game, or the phone game, Pokemon Go.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then she
6
slowly
years ago.
started asking for a couple packs.
Yep.
And then we hit a pretty big card, a Blaziken card.
Oh, okay.
And after that, it just picked up more and more, you know.
That's fun.
Every time we were at Walmart, Meijer, Dollar Store.
Yeah. So there's some pretty cool memories attached to some of this.
A lot, yeah.
Yeah.
It was, you know, I had her help me pack it up to see if she would choke up at all about it. Mm-hmm. And she didn't. She was dead set, like getting it in the box and sorting things. And I think it wound up being tougher for me than her, probably.
Sure.
But
yeah, I think I could relate to that.
Is 13 now, and it's all clothes, makeup.
Yep. Different priorities.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure. Maybe she'll recollect someday in the future. Who knows? You got the full Evolving Skies set.
Yep, pack art set there.
Yeah.
I was never able to pull that Moonbreon, and I've opened between 500 and 1,000 packs of Evolving Skies. Man. If it's in one of those 4 packs, if somebody opens it, I don't want to see it.
Yeah. The 4 you kept. Yeah, then there's some sleeve boosters. Destined Rivals is like Phantasmal Flames is in there too.
Yeah, those are art sets there.
Nice.
And then, so you got those blisters. Mm-hmm. There was one I was missing that I just couldn't find from Mega and Phantasmal. So you have 3 of the 4 arts there.
Gotcha. Nice. There's a sealed tin set. Now this is what set?
151.
This is 151. Okay, nice. Do you think that's the best Scarlet Violet set? I feel like it's...
I think it's the most loved, definitely. Personally, I like these last 2 sets the best.
Okay.
But most of them were good. With the illustration rares now, like, there really are no bad sets. They're all good.
Yeah, it feels like they're doing a pretty good job lately. There's another White Flare Elite Trainer box, Prismatic Evolutions. I'd love seeing that. The Super Premium Collection. The Mega Charizard, this is still a great value right now. I think this goes for like 150, somewhere in that range.
150, yeah.
And there's what, 16 packs in there? The Charizard foil, which I think goes for like 40 by itself.
I almost grabbed 2 because I wanted to have one of the promos up
it's
on our display.
It's a cool looking card, and it's definitely like one of the best values, like if you're looking for value. There's another 151 tin chilling with the Gengar on the front. And then that's the sealed, but I think it'll be pretty easy for us to agree to a deal on sealed. Now it's the loose that's kind of the wild card for me. So where do you want to start here? Well, I haven't seen this at all.
I threw in some stuff here that wasn't on any of the listing. It's just if we're gonna get rid of the collection, I was like, it's all got to go, or we'll just start again. If I see them laying around, we will start again.
It's all or nothing. Okay.
So this is just nothing but hollows from Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet. If you decide to master set anything like Evolving Skies, then all the hollows would be in there.
Awesome.
Or any of the other ones.
That'll be helpful.
And then, I threw a couple other things in here too. Mm-hmm. If you start up here, you're going to start at the big things.
Oh, jeez.
And then
my Sunbrand's going to have a friend.
So I went here, here, and then here. Mm-hmm. This is also stuff that was not listed. I just put in because if it's at the house, we will start buying.
Okay.
You want to go through or take them, and you want me to go through them?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll look at them close. I guess my main question to you is like, when you did you pull this out of a pack?
I did, out of a mini tin.
No kidding. So yeah, this is the card. If you didn't know, they call it the Sunbrand because of the sun in the background coming off of the Moonbrand of Evolving Skies. And my daughter just pulled one, so this is definitely one of my favorites. And now, when it came out of the pack, did you go straight to sleeve usually? How did you generally?
Straight to sleeve, yeah. Okay. It was what we had around. When I had this, I didn't have any one touch left, or I probably would have went into it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, the condition on this does look pretty darn good.
I thought the centering was pretty good on the front. I was real happy with it when I pulled it.
Yeah, centering looks great. And then I never know, like there's always these tiny little chips on the edges of these things. It seems like sometimes you'll find one with no chips, but that's been my
rare.
Experience.
Grading is tough. I'm not a graded card guy. I like raw. just feel like they get it wrong a lot of the time.
Yeah, I can understand that.
A card like this, you know, it's worth breaking out and sending again for the next 20 bucks. But I don't know. I can usually look at it and determine if I want it or not. You know, without, or if I was buying graded, I'd probably be buying 9s.
Yeah.
'Cause half of those you could
happy
crack
with those,
and send them again,
that
and they'd
makes
be
sense.
10s.
Yeah, that probably would be the case. And then also, if you keep them like in top loaders or whatever, you can get one of those top loader binders and still like build the set.
Yeah.
So it does give you options.
This was also a pull out of a 3-pack tin. There was a tin that had Evolving Skies, Fusion Strike, and Brilliant Stars.
Oh, wow.
And a lot of these pulls came out of those tins. We probably opened 150 of these tins.
I was gonna say, that is an extremely rare card. That is like the chase card from Fusion Strike, I believe.
Yeah, the Espeon is in there. That one was pretty good, but this was the card.
Love that. Oh, this card. Evolving Skies.
Also a pull from the same tins.
Really?
Yep.
Golly. Yeah, that might be my favorite card from the set.
The V's, like the Umbreon V, I actually prefer to the Moonbreon. I just think the art is much better on a lot of the V's.
Okay, is that in here somewhere?
It is.
Tucked in? Oh, sweet. Look at that. That thing is glorious. So you got a lot of the hits. I mean, how many packs do you think you opened up?
In
just
Sword
overall?
and Shield, thousands.
Yeah, I was going to say, it had to be.
There are not many days in the last 4 years where we did not open a couple packs.
Man.
Very rare a day where we didn't open a couple packs or a bunch of packs.
I've had a ton of fun with my kids opening them, so.
It was, you know, things got harder to get here in the last 6 months or so, but 4 years ago, we could go into any store and buy as much as we wanted.
For sure.
So I prefer this art a lot.
Yeah, this is the one you were talking about. That is a beautiful card. I
and
agree.
the same
That's cool.
with a lot of the V's. I just thought the arts were so good.
Absolutely. Look at that. I mean, these are the chasers from, like, I think that's the #1 card in this set.
Most of the Sword and Shield chases are here. Outside of that Moonbreon was just one I couldn't pull, and I thought about buying it a couple times back when it was like $500 or $600, and I was like,
man.
I can't spend $600 on one card.
Yeah, hindsight, right?
I've had it in my hand again when it was $1,500. Like, I should have bought it then.
Right. No kidding. Honestly, this is like.
My daughter pulled this
No
out of the same tins again. I was outside and I could see her in the living room opening packs, and all of a sudden I seen her jumping up and down. She came running outside. She had this in her hand.
And it's the Sylveon, which in my daughter's case, this is her favorite Pokemon.
Yeah.
Is that your daughter's favorite? Does she have a favorite?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Maybe Leafeon or Glaceon, which I kind of like Glaceon too.
Yep. Respect. Well, here's one of the Leafeons. One of the biggest Leafeon cards, if not the biggest. Dude, this is like the ultimate, like, pack opened modern collection that I've seen.
Yeah, probably 90% or better of these we opened.
Dang, dude. That is insane. Look at that. Did you pull that one?
Just a couple weeks ago.
No
This was
way.
the last big card we pulled. I did not open much Phantasmal Flames either, like just some loose blisters and sleeved.
No way. We've opened so many of these on our Whatnot streams, and we still have not hit anything.
Apparently it's a fairly tough pull. I don't know, just lucky with that one.
That is so cool. So all of the like the bulk, where did that go?
I traded it in at a local game store.
Oh, nice.
Port Huron has a pretty cool game store called Game Vault, huge, and they deal in games and systems, old ones, and cards. So all the bulk goes there.
So you're a quality, not quantity type of guy. I get that. Look at that. Love that card too, the Rayquaza V. How do you say it? Rayquaza?
Rayquaza.
All right, good. Sky Guy says Rayquaza, and I'm like, that ain't
it's
it
like
for me.
50-50.
Who knows the right way, but there's the Glaceon. So you got like the evolution.
My daughter pulled this one too.
No way. So what was like your favorite type of, pack tin bundle to get?
Nothing was better than those 3-pack tins, and like they had them at our local Dollar General. And Evolving Skies, Brilliant Stars, Fusion Strike.
That's three
so
solid
three
sets.
chances at 3 big hitters.
Yeah, and those. Do you remember MSRP on those?
$15.
It's $5 a pack. Plus you get the tin in a promo or something.
Couldn't beat it.
Man, no kidding. Oh man, I love that card. Greninja EX. There's the Charizard from 151.
That came out of a poster collection, I know. The 151 poster collection.
Yes. And then there's
ETB
the
pull
prismatic.
there.
No way. Leafeon EX. See, I love that, like, all of these cards kind of have a story that you can be like, yeah, I remember
Most of
when
them
we pulled
I
that.
can remember, you
That's
know,
so
it's
cool.
You can go a lot of packs in between a big hit like that.
Yes. So I'll say at this point in the video, our Pokemon nerds are probably freaking out. Like, this is insane. This is an amazing collection. If you don't know, if you're not a Pokemon nerd, like, Brandon truly has separated the best of the best. We've got I think every one of these cards is probably a top 5 card in the set. And many of them are the top cards in the set so far.
Yeah, these are all the
ones.
chases from Sword and Shield here. Or some of them are Scarlet and Violet, I suppose.
Sure, yep.
I
There's that
felt like
Charizard V.
this was one of the best cards in all of Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
Venusaur's in there, Vine Whipping. Like,
so cool.
I feel like this card's undervalued. I really do.
I think that's fair. Yeah, because it's got the depth to the art. I think if you can
got-
look further and it gets cooler, that's a good sign.
2 of the big Kanto starters there. I don't know.
Sure.
It's a nice card.
I'm with you there. Well, here's my favorite Pokemon, Tyranitar. The Fusion Strike Mew VMAX. Galarian Moltres. Graded this for a buddy and it got a 10, so he was pretty
That's
pumped
tough,
up.
man.
Yeah, that Giratina V-Star. So when you're opening your pack and you see gold coming out, like it in the back card or whatever, what's the feeling?
If it's Crown Zenith, it's a good feeling. If it's anything else, like
True. Well, some sets it's like, yeah, it's all right.
like a gold energy, you know.
Right. Yeah, I'm just waiting to see gold in a Phantasmal Flames pack for that Charizard. SPN V, Mew V-Star, or Mewtwo V-Star.
That's a good one too, because in the promo you get the reverse image, right, with the Charizard is looking at the Mewtwo with the promo. So if I were grading those, I would always do them sequential. See if you can hit them.
That's a good point. I just learned about this sequential grading. Like, if you have
People-
3 starters or something, if they're sequential.
The gold cards, a lot of people like all 4 gold sequential, which they're all in here.
Okay, yeah, noted. Okay, this stands out. This is not a recent card here.
No,
this is older.
This was a trade. I can't even remember for sure what we gave for it, but and you know it's got a tiny bit of whitening, but I just couldn't leave it where it was.
No,
it was in a binder.
Classic, man. Look at that, another Sylveon, big hit.
So this one we pulled 3 times, I think. Glaceon we pulled 3 times. The V.
That is insane.
Dragonite twice. At the time we were pulling them, they were not valued like they are now, though.
Sure. Yep. Yeah, even that Gardevoir. Like, I think that's like $140 card or something.
I really like that one.
And
too. That was one of my favorites.
Is that Paldean Fates?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, never pulled the Bubble Mew. That's what we were shooting for, but this
man.
was actually my favorite card in this set.
Nice. Well, there you go. That's a win. I love that Rayquaza too.
Yeah, the trainer galleries, when they added them into Sword and Shield, that helped a lot because pull rates were pretty tough, and it gave you a little something extra, you know.
Okay.
Brilliant Stars, Lost Origin.
Yep. The Lost Origin box, so the one in my collection, like booster box, I have a price sticker on it for $130. I think I got it like a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Have you seen what those are going for now? It's like $700.
$700-800 probably. Yep.
Insane. Just like, it's crazy how that can happen with some of these sets that people don't really care about when it's out, and then stuff starts to grow on you as it sits with the community or whatever.
Even base set's probably like a $300 or $400 booster.
Yeah. Yep.
Sword and Shield base, which was not a wonderful
not the best set. Not the best set. Ooh, I love that Squirtle. What do you think about that artwork?
That was good. They have the Pidgey. If you notice, like in the Charmander promo, you get Pidgeys.
Oh,
in the Bulbasaur, they have the Pidgey. They all kind of tie in, too. There's 3 cards that tie in.
Origin Form, Palkia. There's another one of those crazy Umbreons. VMAX. Mew EX. I mean, this is just like full of good stuff.
This was probably
Celebi.
actually my favorite card from Sword and Shield.
That makes
Any of the
sense.
snowy, icy artworks, I always liked them, and that's a beautiful card.
Yes, it is. I agree. Yeah, I mean, certainly, like, I'm looking at the front and the back and the condition. Like, you definitely went pack to sleeve on these, which is nice. That helps in my case.
This one, I think Groudon was probably the chaser, or that's Paldea. Groudon's Paradox Rip. This card grades out like at 10 times its raw value.
No kidding.
It's crazy.
Must
like,
be tough to grade.
It must be. It grades is like, if you can get it graded into a 10, it becomes an $800 card. It's probably a $50 or $60 raw card.
Sure. Mew V Max, Empoleon V. Heaters, man. There's that Bulbasaur with the Pidgeys.
Yep.
So we got Squirtle and Bulbasaur.
The reverse image, so you got Mewtwo in the back there.
Yeah. I like what your tip with what you're saying with sequential grading if you have related cards.
Sure, the Galarian birds there at the end, I would probably do those the same. If I were sending them in, all three would go.
There's the two. Do we have the third? Nope, the third's not right after.
It's the Moltres, it's further up.
Okay.
The value difference in the three is...
Gotcha. These are kind of in order of value, so that makes sense.
You know, they bounced up and down so much. Even in the last 2 weeks, things have moved up and down so much.
Right, yep. Okay, I think I've certainly seen, I think, what I need to condition-wise on this stuff. You mentioned these were extras?
Yeah, this is just stuff that it was not on collector. There's a bunch of Radiants. I don't know. There's things in here. I just didn't bother to list all this stuff. I'll just take it.
Okay,
That's a
so
Master Ball there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys do any Master setting, but your baby shinies from Paldean Fates, there's a bunch of those. If you're doing any Master set, then a bunch of your hits would be in here, because they're cheap cards, but you still got to pull them or find them.
That's true.
And some of the sets, I think are worth making a Master if you already have the cards to do it.
I'm working on Destined Rivals right now, but it's tough, man. It's tough. You got to open a lot of packs.
Everything.
Yes. And then you mentioned similar here. These are just going to be kind of the standard hollows on a lot of
Standard
these sets.
hollows, but if you're if you were going to do Evolving Skies, then they would, that's Evolving Skies right there. Kind of looks like a key, the symbol for Evolving Skies. Brilliant Stars.
Yeah, so some of the nice Scarlet Violet.
There's a couple promos in there that I haven't paid attention to too much, but at some point, these promos start warming up too. I don't even remember what this came out of, but any Evolution promo sometimes.
Now, did you ever open any of the Pokemon Center ETBs, or did you keep all those sealed over here?
I did not.
I mean, it makes sense.
The first one that the guy offered me was this one, and he was like, I was going to open it. And he's like, dude, don't open it. Please just hold on to it. He had another regular ETB that I bought too, and we opened.
There you go. You opened that one.
That Leafeon came out of, so
that was a double win. Out. Well, beautiful. I think this will give me something to kind of think about. I'll look at your collection again, and we'll see if we can come to a deal. So this is basically all the other better cards, and I just wanted to see
probably a third of the SIRs from Scarlet and Violet. Okay. You would have every alternate from Sword and Shield minus Moonbryon.
Okay. Yeah. Dang. Literally everyone.
Yes, all of them.
Every alt art from Sword and Shield minus Moonbryon. Golly.
We were so close to just buying it a couple times. Yeah. So we're one card away,
That is insane.
And the packs just got too expensive to open.
Yep. That makes sense. Even that Curly. I think the Rawls, Curly, and Gardevoir are kind of all related in the artwork here.
They are, yup. The lady in the background, she's like a young woman there, but she's a kid, and then she's old. And then she's in the last one. Yeah, Gardevoir is somewhere in there.
That's such a cool thing. That's a cool card.
The 3 legendary beasts were all cool. Suicune was my favorite, but they were all great cards. Crown Zenith was fantastic.
Oh, yeah. That's such a cool... Is this the card you were saying that you realized you had,
or
was it a different...
It was the Alt Blaziken,
the one we saw earlier.
Yeah, at that point it was only $150, I think.
Yeah, and what is that today? The other Blaziken?
Probably pushing 400, 350, 400.
Just in a year or two. Gone up. There's that Dragonair. Yeah, this is just a beautiful collection. It just keeps coming.
Breakdancing Genesect, that was a good one. Yes. It's not a very expensive card, just a great artwork.
Great artwork from Fusion. With the extras that you brought here, which is basically these and these.
Yeah, that's just. I mean, there's nothing to that. Just they
kind
just
of
gotta go
a throw in with
everything
the deal.
else. Yeah.
Okay.
These I'm taking back home.
Yeah.
I watched enough videos to see.
You knew I would appreciate those.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Okay, Brandon, looking at everything, I was just saying to you that a lot of times people will say they have a collection, it's packed fresh, it's in amazing condition, and it's just not the case. In fact, more often than not, like they played with the cards, the kids took them out, you know, just shuffled them. Usually the best cards are in the worst shape because those are the ones that had the most love, which is fine. I get it. Like my kids would do that if I didn't immediately take them and put them in a sleeve. And that appears to be the case for you, is they truly were taken, put in sleeves and everything. And your asking price is $11,500, which I cannot do, but I will offer $12,000.
That would be fantastic.
All right, sweet. Well, let's shake on it, dude. Thank you for making the journey. Thank you. And this is a beautiful collection. Amazing job. Every alt art except for the Moonbryon is insane. Plus, so many of the hits from Scarlet and Violet. Like, this collection has an amazing story, and I'm honored to be able to make the purchase. So thank you.
I'm glad it's going here. You know, I've watched your guys' channel for a long time, and it's something I can watch with my daughter, which I appreciate. There's not a lot of that out there, and so I'm happy that it's here.
Amazing.
That we could make a deal.
Amazing. Well, thank you, and I really appreciate it, and we'll definitely show it some love. Pal, I got to bring you in and get your reaction. So Brandon reached out to you first.
Yes.
This was through texting?
This is through email.
Okay, through email.
Yes.
Which, how can people reach out, by the way?
It's contact@catrpcrew.com, or you can just go to our website and fill out a submission form, and that's basically the same as email. I'll just reach out through email, or you can text 269-390-8555.
And if you forgot any of that, it is all in the description of every video. Yes. So you'll be able to find the links there.
Yes.
We make it super easy, and we want to buy your Pokemon cards, sealed, loose, or otherwise, and video games, of course.
Yes.
And we are buying all of it. But
yes. And one thing is, like, he had everything put into a collector app. If you want to have a fair offer, please have your collection in some type of charting app. We're not, you know, supercomputers that can look at everything and be like, this is my offer. If you want an actually fair offer that's not guessing what market is, put it into something. So
Collector is a good app. They don't sponsor us or anything. Maybe we should reach out to them because we really like their app.
Yes, it's a good app.
It's in R, no E at the end, Collector, the app. Yes. Check it out. It keeps your collection logged and up to date value, like through eBay comps and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so he had to input it in there. His asking price was $11,500, and basically, like, my initial thing was, okay, I'm gonna have to see this stuff to really be able to know. And he was local-ish, so he could make the journey. He offered that.
Yes, I was a little worried when he got here because I was downstairs the whole time, and I only had seen a picture of a few cards that looked pretty good, but most of them I hadn't seen, and I was a little worried downstairs the entire time that the rest of the collection just wasn't gonna be there, and we were gonna have to offer way less. And
yeah, and you had told him, like, it seems like a reasonable asking price. We're hoping we can get close.
Yes, I would.
So that was kind of the understanding he had. And for me, it was like looking at the cards. Okay, are these actually packed fresh? Which it makes a big difference when you're talking about investing 5 figures in a collection. Like, if these things were played with and beat up, I can't do it. But pretty quickly, I was able to see, looking at the biggest cards, that these really are, it looks like they were opened and put into sleeves.
Right.
Which, when you're talking about a collection of this magnitude, the craziest modern collection I've ever seen. This is like the lower end.
Yeah.
And this is still great
really
stuff.
Nice cards.
Look at that, just chilling. The gold Mew in there. Condition's really good. I mean, there's obvious, like, minor wear on some, but, like, there's just chips on the back of cards out of packs.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It could be a brand new pack off the shelf, and it could have a chip on it.
And it often does. So
yes.
Basically, my impression was, this stuff is really good. It is packed fresh. It is well taken care of, and his asking price was really reasonable. So I came up to $12,000. How do you feel about that?
You know, I always love when we can offer someone more than what they're
That's a
expecting.
blessing, yes. And he was honestly like pretty surprised.
Yes.
So I kind of told him that I can't do that, but I can do this, and I'm pretty sure he thought I was going to go down.
Yeah,
But
that's
we went
another
up.
reason, because like he drove out here to meet us with obviously expectations in his mind. So the fact that we could exceed his expectations makes me feel really good.
Yes, that's obviously a huge win for everybody, and I am like now wondering what's next, which my thoughts are. Brandon talked about sequential grading of related cards, which I've never messed with any of that. Some of you guys may remember Jesse, who's been in some Chase Out of the Right Price videos. He's mentioned to me in the past, like, sequential grading. Like, he has a Charmander, Charmeleon, and Charizard card in PSA 10, and the number on the grade is
Sequential.
literally they were graded one after the other. So collectors are starting to see some value, and kind of it's neat that that can be a thing. It's kind of like a serial match console. If you have a Super Nintendo and the console matches the box, it kind of takes it to that next level.
I could see that, like especially like if you did the Sunbreon and Moonbreon. If you had both those 10 sequential, like that would be
crazy.
As a collector, like that's just another thing that sets your collection.
It's a conversation piece at a minimum.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, so there's a lot. He has every alternate art from Sword and Shield except for the Moonbreon.
Wow.
But it's like, how many of these sets have multiple alt arts with like the Evolutions that I could grade sequentially, or the Ralts, Curlia, Gardevoir illustration rares that all have related art.
Yes.
I've never thought about that literally until recently. Jesse brought that up. Now Brandon brought that up. So I'm like, all right, let's have some fun with grading these things. Let's really like put some thought into this, into how I grade them, in what order.
I wonder if in the future, because I know you, for like matching serial number, like you would rather have that on a console in a lesser box. Mm-hmm. I wonder if people are like, you have some 9s in there, or maybe even some 8s, but all the cards are sequential grading. I wonder if collectors will,
They even care.
if they would value that at all. Like if you got like every SIR from a set sequential graded, like would they care more about that?
Yeah, some people want to probably know if people care. So let us know the best way to do it. Like, do I take all of the Mews and grade them together, or is it by set, or is it by You know, what are the ways? You mentioned Sunbreon and Moonbreon, and I think that's a good idea. But those are completely different eras of cards, but they're still very related. So yeah, we're gonna play with this a little bit. We're gonna start doing this in future videos and see like, okay, how much exactly did we pay for these, say, 25 cards? Graded them. What's our hit rate on getting a PSA 10? Did we completely lose? Did we completely win? How did it actually pan out? And do any of these sequential things come into play? So we're going to experiment with it. This is a perfect, insane collection to do it with. So subscribe for stuff like that. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Bart'll do.